Last week, a Brooklyn Park man with Alzheimer's wandered away from his home. Tragically, he was found deceased a few days later. It's stories like this that are painful to families. We reached out to the Alzheimer's Association to find out how often those with the disease wander off and how those who care for patients can keep them safe.
About 1 in 6 people with dementia tend to wander at some point in the progression of the disease.
One of those individuals with the disease that wandered away was 89-year-old Sylvester Smith. He was found deceased a few days later. While these tragic situations happen, experts say there are ways to keep your loved ones safe if they're in your care.
Even just have some kind of simple alarm on the door, just something like a bell even, or there are lots of different options for technology that can have another alarm or send an alert to a phone.
While memory care facilities are a good option, those who train caregivers say that every case is different, and those caring for someone with Alzheimer's should do what's best for the person's well-being.
It depends on the person's preferences. You know, if a person has been able to detect they have dementia early enough, then they can say, when I get to this point in the disease, then I want this to happen. So that's why early detection is so important. They can name their preferences.
However, caregivers shouldn't feel bad if their original plan for care has to change.
Caring for anyone with dementia, making decisions for their future is really about improving, trying to find the option that it both allows for safety and as much independence as possible.
As for those of us who may encounter someone who has wandered off, there are a few ways you can tell if someone is suffering from Alzheimer's or dementia.
If that person seems to be confused about what year it is, about what day it is, about where they are at, or even who they are, or their address or phone number, and if you also notice that there's no other injuries that seem to explain that confusion, you're probably working with someone with Alzheimer's.
Experts say a good way to keep those with Alzheimer's from wandering is to make sure they have a consistent schedule every day with activities and to make sure that their basic needs are met. For more information on Alzheimer's and care, you can head to our website, ccxmedia.org.